Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon to where all you are watching from. Hi, Miss Spitfire. First one in the house. As always, I love seeing you here. Hey, how's life going? I thought we'd have a good, I'm hoping this would be a good one and we can get it out there and we can get um this little girl found. So I'm waiting for a couple people to get in here. Um, this is close to home, very close to home. I'm doing good. It says the weather's supposed to be really nice, so I'm looking forward to taking Scooby on a walk. Um, just got off the phone with my mom. She called me. I was like, I'm getting ready to go live, Mom. What's up? And she just wanted to call me and rant. Dad's not home yet. He's not allowed to come home just yet, even though he said he was coming home yesterday. Um, he always does that. He always says he's coming home, and then he's not because he wants to, but the doctors won't release him. So I'm glad he's not trying to be like, well, I'm checking myself out because they need to figure out why his legs are swollen up, what pill is making him do it. He's on the highest water pill I think he could be on, 1,000 milligrams. I'm not sure. But before we dive in here, been there? Oh my god, yeah. So it's super nice. It feels like it is. My mom said it's awful windy, but I haven't been outside yet. I just feel like it's gonna be a beautiful warm day. Um, Before we dip into the missing teen, we're gonna go over the police chase last night. Apparently there was a police chase. Hello, everyone. Um, so this is what it says. This is the article out of Ohio, Toledo, Ohio. Um, Wild Sky. I'm not sure where this is at. Um, no suspect at this time could be given. The incident remains underneath investigation, but it says person is hospitalized in Door Street shooting Saturday morning. What is today? Saturday, right? Saturday. So this was today, this morning. This is the picture that it showed. Where'd it go? Okay, so while the picture loads up, I will read you what the article says. So Toledo, one person was hospitalized in a Saturday morning shooting on Dorr Street. According to the officers with Toledo Police Department (TPD), officers responded to the scene of 3600 block of Dorr Street around 2 a.m. I was sound asleep. Saturday morning, where they found one person injured from a gunshot. Officers say the victim was an adult male who is estimated to be in his 20s to 30s. Wow. Officers say they administered medical support to the victim but quickly loaded them into an ambulance to be transported for medical treatment. They did not they did not detail the victim's condition. No information on the suspect could be given at this time. The incident remains under investigation. It's crazy. It's windy here for sure. Yeah, I'll probably have to put maybe like pants on. Maybe it's not gonna get super nice. I don't know. I'm always hot, so that's why I put this on. I might put a bigger sweater on if I do go walk them. Um, Wish this picture would show up. because it was pretty scary. Um, this is what it looks like on the thing here. Hospitalized here. There's a lot of, looks like somebody's got Christmas lights still up. Yeah, see, today's supposed to be Saturday, 62. It might look like a chance of rain. 62, it says. Around 3 and 4. God, that tornado the other day was just huge. I cannot believe that. Okay, so let me hold on. Whew, sorry, I feel like I'm getting sick, like I'm sweating. I feel not so good right this moment. Hold on. Whew, sorry. I don't know why I felt like nauseous and that hit me like, wow. Whew. I went away. I don't know why that happens to me sometimes. One minute I'm just feeling just perfectly fine. And then when I start sweating or I get hot, I just get really like nauseous. Um, so last night or just early this morning they had the shooting, and then they had a high chase speed last night. Let me find that article because I saved it. And then we'll get into the missing teenager. And that's pretty still close to home too. I mean, I don't know how far away it is, probably a couple hours. It's in Ohio. But this guy last night, let me just show you who he is. So Trent Bond, decided he was going to take high chase speed. So he was booked into Lucas County Corrections, failure to comply, driving on a suspended license, and speeding. Trent Bond, 26, was arrested late Friday night and booked into the Lucas County Corrections early Saturday morning on multiple charges. A man was arrested after fleeing from Toledo police on I-475, leading officers on a vehicle pursuit through the neighborhoods at least at speeds up to 100 miles per hour on Friday night. Officials with Toledo Police Department say Trent Bond of 26 was arrested Friday night and booked in Lucas County Corrections early Saturday morning on multiple charges. TPD says they attempted to stop Bond after an officer clocked his speeding on I-475 westbound. Officers say he was attempting to conduct a lawful traffic stop, but our Bond fled from police, reaching speeds upward to 100 miles per hour. Officers say they attempted to stop Bond. Okay, so usually went through into the Bond, lost time, causing it to come to a stop. Bond faces any charges of failure to comply and a misdemeanor just of a suspended license and speed. He is set to be on the 18th. So March 18th, he is supposed to be arraigned. So he done messed up big time because I mean, that's pretty fast to be going through residential areas at 100 miles per hour. That is a lot. That's. I don't even think my old car could make it to 100. She possibly could. She possibly could make it to 100. I don't know. I wouldn't be. If you get pulled over, just stop. Even if you have drugs on you, just stop because you're just going to make it 10 times worse for yourself. You're not going to get anywhere. You're going to find yourself in more trouble than what you got yourself into, you know. But he looks like he could have just stopped. I really feel bad for this little girl who wanted to just not exist anymore. And I do not believe. Does anybody in the chat believe that she? I don't. I feel like the trauma caused her. I think there was head trauma still. I still think she had a concussion. And I think, yes, she might have took some meds and that made it, I still think with her concussion that she had that those kids, either way you look at it, if she didn't die from the trauma that those kids did to her, those kids bullied her so bad that she wanted to take her own life because she thought it would be easier to just be gone and not be bullied. And that's sad when you see a young kid like that decide she's better off not in this world. Nobody should ever think like that. Nobody should ever feel that way. And if they feel that way, there's obviously something trauma underlying why with this teenager. There's something bothering this teenager. What the mom says in this that I'm about to bring to you guys, I don't think the mother should have released certain details. Yeah, her not being on any drugs, yeah, perfect. That's awesome. But to admit to the other stuff, I'm guessing maybe it's she had to because of what's going on with her missing daughter, who is 16 years old, who is suffering with moving back to a town that's very, very small. This town consists of, let's see here. I'm going to go back to my notes. Now I know I wrote it down somewhere. Where did I write it down? Oh, so the town that this little girl is missing from is from Salem, and it's in Salem, Ohio. Not the Salem like Massachusetts stuff, but this is in Salem, Ohio, near Green Greenfield, Ohio. Now Greenfield, Ohio, and it's near Greenfield, of a population of only 219 people. So this 16-year-old girl got moved back to this town, Rossville. Um, yes, I absolutely agree, Spitfire. Thank you. I honestly do believe either way you look at it, those kids need to be held charged because they bullied her. I'm guessing that's the right. Is that the right? Them. They bullied them. I want to say that's what she went by. I'm not sure exactly with the pronouns and everything, but they bullied her to the point where she thought it was better for her just to disappear. And I just, oh, I just don't like it. But since we are here, I am here. I do want to show you. Whoops! My cords get tangled. This freaking red cord is tangled. Okay, so I do have to show you this. Okay, so whatever you guys do, please do not invest your money in this one, okay? This one right here, this builder gel thing, sucks. Okay, so last night I was really bored, was depressed. Where did I go last night? I went I went into a chat, I do believe, and it felt wrong. But I was in a chat, and I think somebody was really mean to me, and I just decided to log off and um, started to do my nails last night because I was, feeling the funk and just depressed, and I was like, I might as well just do something. So this, everybody's been wanting to know about my nails anyway. So, okay, so this kit is, I don't even know how you pronounce their name to this. This is, this kit I don't like at all. This kit sucks. But you get your little thing. This is a builder gel, but it's very, very messy. I don't know how I've tried scooping it with the thing. I've tried doing, and it doesn't work. The builder gel is not great. Yeah, just take them, baby. I'm not being smoke. I'm not. I'm showing them what not to buy and what to buy. I promise I will not open that bottle. I won't even open the container. That shit stinks, you guys, and it gives him a headache. So I completely understand why men don't go with women to the nail salon, because we can handle that smell, but men can't. Men cannot handle that smell. So if you have a husband at home and you go to do your nails, make sure, 100% sure, you do it in a ventilated room, windows wide open. Gotta have a fan going on because that stuff stinks. It stinks. Okay, so this one, you have to use this gel, that stuff in the gel. And then all the prep stuff, if you do all the prep stuff, yeah, you probably could. But there's just this gel here that's it's, I'm not going to open it because it's going to be a gooey mess. But this brand does have one brand that I really like a lot, which is, now, this is what I have on. This is what I'm showing you what I have on. Okay, so what this, I didn't paint it, but if you get this kit, okay, it comes like this. You don't get the clips. Okay, so you get this. This is the glue. So you use this glue, and what you do is you glue on your tips. Okay, this is what I did last night. Size. You get a whole bag full of them. Okay, and you just take these tips here. I placed them like halfway on my fingers, and then what I did was, it best works if you do your nails at a 45. Like you got to put it on. And then, like, you gotta kind of put them on at an angle, like a 45 angle, and then put them on. And then I cured it underneath the little UV lamp that they send. It worked. It does cure it. And then, this kit comes with the nails, and then I think you get like 8 polishes, but they're very, very tiny little jars of polish. Your top coat. Um, This is the gel polish set, so you get that in it. And then, so what I did was I used my tips. I didn't polish, I didn't paint them because my paint polish work is a little off yet. I'm not good at, my dominant hand is my right hand, so when I go to do my right hand using my left hand, it's very, very, it can be difficult. So then, mind you, I've had all this stuff, so people can't say, oh, instead of doing this and that, I've had all these kits. I've had them since the polygel shit has came out. And then, if you want an acrylic, so this is what I did. So I took my tips, I glued them on, and then, as you can see, I'm so excited. Look, like this is the first time I've done acrylic, and I don't think I did too bad, especially being my first rodeo with messing with acrylic and actually doing a whole set. Now my acrylic is kind of thin. I didn't do like a really big thick layer. Um, but if you're gonna get the acrylic set, this is some of the jars. I think I've shown you guys these before, but last night I used a different color. But you can pick. I think there's different ones, and then you get the little jar. You can get the forms. You can do the forms. However, I have a hard time doing the forms. Um, but this is the no, I'm sorry, this is Mervon. Mervon. The Mervon one acrylic nail kit is really good. So if you guys want a good nail kit and you want tips, definitely buy these two kits. The polygel kits, I found if you do an overlay with them, it works, but you have to do the overlay. I have not gotten the polygel consistent right with the alcoholic. You're supposed to use like if you don't have slip solution, you can buy rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol, I have a stronger alcohol. I have 91%, and I think you have to have a 70 consistent proof. So I'm not sure. But I was really proud of my nails. I thought I did a really good job. I did use a different lamp. I used a little lamp to put the gel tips on. And then what I did was I used the acrylic. It just sucks because acrylic stinks so darn bad that you don't want to use it. It sucks. But I think us women are more used to using. I believe that the right pronoun was. Okay. Hi, Mary Jane. Thanks for coming in. Hi, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little. If you like to have your nails done and you want a good kit, I wanted to make sure I got to recommend those. Those kids definitely should be responsible. Mary Jane. I'm so cool. I'm so glad I've learned how to do StreamYards a little bit. Thanks to Tattoo Rebel. Shout out to him and his wife. I haven't been over there lately, but I miss him. But if it wasn't for him showing how to use StreamYard, because nobody's ever been so kind enough to ever show how to get to StreamYards. I didn't even know StreamYards you went to do all this was you had to go into the studio. I never knew what they kept saying about StreamYard Studio. I don't have the extra money to pay for that right now, but that's like $25 now. When I first started out with StreamYards, it didn't cost that much. Them? You think them was the right pronoun? I hope so. But I just thought that was sad. The mom told that officer that she was being bullied, and since she's the first one to throw the water, I feel like. And now, I guess both of the parents for the Cromblies, they're both been convicted. And I had mixed feelings about that case so bad. Like, I feel like the parents could have seen the signs but didn't want to see the signs. And I do believe the schools, you know, the people at the school should be held accountable too, because they're the ones that offered him to come back to school, not to go home. So it just that whole thing makes me mad. Made me just now parents are going to have to make sure that their kids don't mess up, because now they could be held accountable. There's so many instances where you have a really great student, and or now these parents are going to have to be on their tips and toes, because now whatever their kids do, they could be held accountable. The school told him he shouldn't go home and be alone. And the prosecutor said it in court that the parents didn't know of the notebook. The parents didn't know about the journal. And when Ethan had his court trial, or when he got up there and pled guilty or whatnot, he even said his parents had nothing to do with what happened to him. And I just think now that if that's gonna be, I'm gonna smoke a quick cigarette, you guys. It's not a whole one; it's just a little half a one. I'm trying to cut back and smoke it, so bear with me, y'all. Um, Ethan got up there and said his parents didn't know. The DEA or whatever said that the parents did not see his journal, so therefore they had no idea. But the school said there were signs on the paper. Then why wouldn't you get him into therapy sooner or give the parents suggestions? You sprung it on them, and they were shocked. Even in the room when the mother looks back and says, why, you know. I had to pay $2,000 for an incident with my oldest. Yeah, see, my mom had to deal with my brother. He was driving his car around, and he was going through Burger King. It was wet, and Burger King had like this big, huge like circle, and then like right next to Burger King there was the big boy there, and my brother was trying to be a hothead in his Cutlass Supreme black Oldsmobile. He was driving around in circles, hydroplane off the curb, and went over into Big Boy parking lot and hit this guy's brand new 98 Durango. My mom's insurance went up. The guy was pissed. My brother was like, oh my God, I was just driving around in circles and doing like donuts, and lost control, and boom. Yes, I do believe those parents definitely did ignore him, and so did the school. I think the school ignored him, but the parents should have seen those signs. Should have seen it, and I do know the mama did at least. I do believe it came out that the mama did at least try to take her son to the horses, but he didn't like them, and there was some horses that couldn't be around kids. So it's just, and to the parents that had with Benedict, those kids that made her push herself to her edge, they should be held with some kind of bullying charge. Isn't there bullying charges people can be bullied with, like harassment? Because you definitely know those kids were harassing that little girl, that teenager, and it's sad. But yeah, he was asking for mental help. Yep, I do agree. I do agree, Spitfire. He was asking for help, and they should have seen some of the signs, especially a journal. If you're writing in a journal, I mean, unless he hid it so good that his parents didn't find it, I just don't see that happening. But so this case we have, this little girl, she's 16, and her name is, now my cousin's last name's is Hatfield. So I'm gonna reach out to one of my cousins, Jessica, and see if this little girl could possibly be related. Um, but let me just go with what I have first, then we can relate to the article. That way we can see if I'm ahead on. Okay, so the family of a missing girl out of Salem, Ohio, the family is asking for the public's help. Whitney is Whitney is kind of shy. She's, but if she sees a stranger on the street, she'll be kind and wave and say hi. but she's not very, a talkative girl. She's 16 years old. Um, this is when she starts becoming into a lady. Um, Very beautiful girl, beautiful kid, beautiful teenager. Um, but again, she is 16 years old. Um, Salem is a very small town. It's near Greenfield, Ohio. The population of 219 people. Let's see here. The mom says that um, there's been no issues with drugs or anything like that. Um, she has no issues with Miss Whitney sneaking out of school, not going to school. She doesn't have any issues with Whitney sneaking out. It is? Oh my God, really? My mom said the Hatfields are strung out everywhere. She said the Hatfields is a very common name, or like Hatfield. There's a lot of Hatfields, and I always used to watch that when it was on the History Channel with the Hatfields and the pig and the. I watched that. I loved watching that little history piece. But my mom did say the Hatfields are very, very sprung out, especially in like the hills in Kentucky, all of that. So that's crazy. So this little girl's name is Whitney Hatfield. This is what one of the pictures looks like. Now she is on the National Missing site, and there's a couple photos on there. Um, they said that these are their most recent. So let me go back through here. Um, this is just it's sad. Now she's been missing since March 7th. March 7th is when she went missing. She was last seen. But let me finish reading what the mom had said. So the mom had said she has no doing drugs, no fighting, no sneaking out. But her mom did tell SCDN that she's been struggling with wanting a different life. So here's this little girl's signs. She told her mom she's been wanting a different life. Now, a 16-year-old girl shouldn't have to be worried about wanting a different life at the age of 16. That's more like midlife crisis to me. But her mom told this to the news company or the news station, whoever this was, SCDN, that she's been struggling with wanting a different life. Um, Also, her mom had stated that she has always been seeking companionship and usually with older males. So this little girl's 16 years old, getting familiar with herself, uh, has a big interest in boys, but it looks like she has an interest of older boys. Now, why the mom came forward with that, I'm not too exactly sure. Yes. Um, Not sure why her mom decided that that was one thing she was going to release about her daughter, was being usually with older boys. And the mom also states in here, which kind of upset me, because it's like, why would you state? Why would like, maybe that's will help the case. Maybe she ran off with a boy who was much older. We don't know. We don't know. Um, March 7th. This is now the 16th. That She's always seeking companionship and is usually with males of an older variety. So she's been seeking out with boys that are a little bit older than her, maybe. Why the mom is saying all this, I have absolutely no idea. But it states with older males that in itself presents risk, and it's one of that I have combated with her for a couple of years. So her mom is stating to this news station that she has been dealing with this for a couple of years now with boys. So that's a little insane. Um, so south of Salem is very small town near Greenfield, Ohio. The population is 219. I know I've said that over and over again, but we said it. Um, it stated that where'd it go? I'm gonna go back to the other article because it does say in my notes. Um, the mom has been trying to combat this for over a couple of years with a variety of different men. Um, Whitney is new to the area and just moved back to Ross County with her grandmother. Okay, so now we have the 16-year-old Whitney. We come to find out she moved in with her grandmother. She's moved back to live with her grandmother. So there's obviously issues between her and the mom. There's got to be, right? If she's moving back with her grandmother. And her mom said that she's been trying to combat this for a couple years now. Um, that she's new to the area, so she has not got to meet any friends yet. That was stated on the national children's site. Um, but I wonder what or why she's moving in with her grandmother. So, is there issues between the mom? Did she run away to go meet a boy? On the national site, it does say, I'm going to go back. She's on the missing child site of National Exploited. So, this is her picture here. Very beautiful girl. So, let's get this out, you guys. Anybody, please share this. Please, please, please go look at it. Go to the national website. Please. If you don't like me, do it for her. Please share my channel just so we can get this little girl found. I have a good feeling that we can find her before anything happens to her, before it's too late. It's already been March 7th, so her odds are even less of finding her. We gotta find her. Um, March 7th was a while ago. She does have an eyebrow piercing. As you all can see, she has an eyebrow piercing. And at this website, you guys can do all these tips. If you have a tip, you can submit a tip, you can call, you can do all of that. Right from here, you can submit, you can put in her poster, you can share it, you can call 911. Um, the Ross County Sheriff's number is 1-740-77. I'm gonna put this in here really quick. Give me 1 second. That is the number 1-740-773-1186. That is for the Ross County Sheriff. Her ID number for her, to, if you don't remember her name, I do believe you can identify her as M7077-43374, Whitney Marie Hatfield. 16 years old. Obviously, I want to say we can speculate with the information that we do have. I personally, in my opinion, I do believe there is some motherly issues going on. She moved in with her grandmother to move back to Ross County. The family says the canine tracking was been used. So canine tracking by law enforcement indicates that she was picked up in a vehicle, and for now, all searches of the area have been suspended. Now, as of right now, she's still listed as a missing child. So therefore, why are they suspending the searches? Do we not, can they track her phones? What's going on? What's law enforcement doing? Are they going through her phone? Was there anything left? Did she ever have a phone? How is she meeting these boys? If, how is this happening? What is going on here? I can't seem to figure out why. Nothing else has been listed other than she's from South Salem, Ohio, 16 years old, and she's a female. Last seen on March 7th, but they don't say where her whereabouts are. They don't say exactly where she was last seen. Her mom has said that she has never had these issues before. So you're telling me now all of a sudden she's grown up to be a 16-year-old girl and she has all these issues. Something's not right, guys. I don't know. I just feel like there's not enough information out there. We hear that law enforcement has stopped all searches. Um, it's sad because when they go missing, they only have a certain amount of time to be found. So her time is slipping away, and we don't know if law enforcement is tracking her phones. We don't know what the parents are doing. Where's the father of this little girl? She's going back to live with her grandmother in a town or that's small. She hasn't got to meet no new friends yet. Um, oh, I lied. The last sighting of her was on Main Street. Unable to make new friends. The last sighting of her was on Main Street in South Salem at 1:30 p.m. So if anybody's in that area that knows that area, please let's get her some. Let's find her. Let's bring her home. Extra photo of her, and like I said, she does. They don't list it. Um, I do believe in the other article she said she was 5'5". I think I can go back and look. But we do have an eyebrow piercing. I'm wondering saying that's on her left eye there. We got to find her. It's sad because she is obviously got some deep issues going on. Um, Especially with her so it says here the risk factors of running away from home or state care are multifactored, and there is no typical endangered runaway. The following factors may put your youth at increased risk of running away or becoming homeless: physical abuse, family conflict, which I do believe. Oh, I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second, okay? Okay, I'm back, you guys. I'm back. Oh, God. I honestly believe it's probably because I haven't ate nothing yet this morning since I've been up. But I do want to read you guys this, so don't go nowhere. Please don't go nowhere. I gotta read you these. I got to tell you, I honestly do believe the mom and the daughter were fighting, and the daughter is being sent to live with the grandmother. Why, we don't know. I wish it would have said. Um, they don't have a lot to work with. They don't. Spitfire. I totally agree. Um, but the following says on the National Missing website for endangered runaways. Um, the following may put your youth at increased of running away or becoming homeless: physical or sexual abuse, family conflict, lack of acceptance of their gender identity or sexual orientation, struggling to manage mental health, substance abuse, medical issue, development of physical disability, pregnancy, online incitement, to be friends with romantic partner or biological family, gang activity, child sex trafficking, social rejection, or bullying. Um, Bullying, abuse, family conflict, sex trafficking, lack of acceptance of gender or sexual orientation, struggling with managed mental health, online enticement. That was a cute little video. Oh my God, you guys. In 2020, of nearly 30,000 reports of missing children, 91% were runaway children. 77% of endangered runaways are reported to NCME, where are between 15 and 17 years old. That's sad. 87% of these missing children had at least one reported risk factor and had two or more risk factors. I'm going to show you guys this so you guys can see what I'm reading here. Whoops. So here's the actual website where you guys can go and listen to all of this, or even read it, get to know what endangered runaways mean, what we can do to help combat the missing and runaways. And obviously what I'm seeing in this case of the Whitney Hatfield is me looking into this. I feel like there's something bothering this child, especially if she's looking for older men. Um, and like I said, they have nothing to go off of. Really, they have no. She was last seen at 1:30 p.m. on Main Street. At 1:30, and that's been quite a few days. "77% of endangered runaways are reported to NCMEC, where between 15 and 17 years old." She is 16 years old. And at least one missing of these missing children, at least one had reported risk factors. It's sad. And then you can anybody can go to this website. We got some Sebastians on here. Sebastian and Eli are the two that has popped up. Active Amber Alerts, guys. That's awesome. They got that on here, and you can click on their names. Sebastian and Elijah are still missing. So these are your two active Amber Alerts, guys. This is why it's very important for people to come on here and to do this. Spread the awareness. It's good to get up every day and check your local sites. Check your local missing, and this is the National of Missing and Exploited Children. So it's good to get up every day, look at this. If you're in and into crime and you want to help find a kid and you want to help do something good instead of fighting, we can do that. We can do that. Um, February 27th was the alert date for Sebastian, and February 20th was Two Rivers, Wisconsin. Um, Active Amber Alerts and cases will remain on this page up to 6 months. Which I think it should be forever. If there's an Amber Alert, I don't know how you could just expire these kids after 6 months. Just throw them away like they're garbage, pretty much. Active alert cases will remain on this page up to 6 months from the activation. Following that activation of missing child posters can be found by using the search tool down below. I have a bad feeling about Sebastian and Eli. I do too. A lot of things have been happening in Wisconsin a lot. Wisconsin doesn't seem to be a very safe town or city. I'll click on Sebastian. Sebastian, oh wow, Sebastian, aww. We got Sebastian, and Amber Hesler has been issued on the behalf of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. 15 years old, white male, 5'5", tall, 120 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. Sebastian was last seen February 26th in the area of Stafford Court. Poor Sebastian. This is sad, especially if he has disabilities. Is Sebastian the one that has? I don't think they do. Has no. Just to make me mad because they keep photo up for 6 months and the alert to be a little bit long. But I think it's good that we check it out and see about it. Check the website, He was last seen wearing black sweatshirt, black sweatpants, and glasses. And Sebastian has medical conditions that may impair his ability to return safely. He reminds me of so much of the Harley Diddley case. I'm going to have to talk to you guys about that one. Me and my best friend, I want to do a video with her. She was best friends with Ashley, and she could tell you that them parents weren't nice parents, and they killed that little boy and shoved him in the chimney. And how did he climb up there and do that? No. I'll have to pull up the Harley Diddley stuff, you guys. You will be shocked in my hometown this happened. He looks a lot like Harley to me. He does. Wrong button. Eli. Eli is from Wisconsin, I do believe. Yes. He's age 3. Eli was the one that was supposed to be made to go be a man at the age of 3. Instead of being a child, he was being sent to a place of beatings, torture happening with this little boy. 2 Rivers last wearing shirt, red and green dinosaur slip-on shoes. Now we do know one of the shoes I do believe was found. And I think the mother and whoever this guy is needs to pay. and I'm sure he will. I'm sure we're gonna find all these missing kids and bring them home. But if you guys do want to check out the site, they have all these tools on here where you can search different kids. Um, so please share. Please get the news out about Miss Hatfield. She's 16 years old. She deserves to be found. We need to find answers of why. She's looking at older men. Where's the father at? Why is she being moved to with her grandmother? You know, is the mom doing horrible things to the dog? We don't know. We don't know nothing. So now we just got to get the kid out there. We just got to get the kid out there. We've got to get um, the baby out there. We got to. We got to find the child. So um, I wanted to bring that to you guys. On there's more kids that haven't been found. There's a whole section of them. Have you seen me? What we need to do is we need to get Whitney's photo out there more, especially in that small town. She could be anywhere. A guy could have picked her up and be across the country. I mean, March 7th was a long time to be missing from. I said, what are we going to do? Got all these people fighting out here, being heartless and rude. And you're telling me we can't find missing kids?
We're not buying it. We're not buying it.
It's not fair. I like this girl playing Katie. We've got to start being, as different communities and states, we got to be aware. We got to start looking. If you see something that's not that doesn't seem to be right, say something. If you see a homeless person and you got a little bit of extra money to buy them a cup of coffee or buy them a food, do that. Do that. Show kinds of kindness. Can't speak right. Just think about what somebody else could be going through. When you're bullying somebody, be aware what you're doing to somebody's character. I can't do all that being mean, and these kids at school have to go to school every day being bullied. Um, I could definitely understand what Nick's been not because of being transition or being gay or anything like that, but the way they dressed, the way they act, who they are. People are bullied on a daily basis, and these kids are bullied. And then you got the school districts and the schools that don't always can catch it. And like this school should have seen those kids being bullied like that. There's no excuse for it. No excuse for why kids are being bullied. You know, they even changed the way kids dress in school. Now they're all pretty much pro uniforms. But that doesn't get to the bottom of it. That doesn't help. Because a bully is going to bully for every little thing. Every little. I used to get bullied so bad in school. It got to the point where I've had teachers bully me. And I remember having a tutor. Man, that woman was good to us kids. She tutored us so good and stuck up for us when we were being bullied by the teachers. She wrote a letter to Washington, D.C., and Mom had to write one too. And those teachers got in some hefty trouble for being the way they did. They abused their students. But I just hate to see a world of bullies get in their own way. And it did say yesterday that the bullies also have some type of reason why they bully. But I feel like you don't know what everybody's going through, and if you're going to judge somebody because they take a depression and medication, that's mean. That's really low blow. Um, over what they wear. When I grew up in school, I didn't have to worry about being bullied for the clothes I wore because my mom worked her ass off to provide for me and my brother. So I do believe this little girl has some kind of issue with her mom because her mom made her move back with her mom. Okay. Um, I love you. Okay. If you want me to, I'll drive you over there so you don't have to take a risk of your Xbox messing up. The hubby has to take his Xbox over there. We don't got internet, so he wants to be able to download this game. Um, like I said, I do believe the mom um knows there's something going on that's bothering that little girl. What do you guys think? What do you think, Spitfire? Do you think the mom knows? Do you think could be issues? I mean, did you ever get sent somewhere to live other than with your parents? So I didn't. See, me neither. Like my mom and dad got divorced. I live with my mom. So it just makes me weirded out when I read that her mom sent her to go live with her grandmother. Why couldn't you take care of your own daughter? Where's the father? But there are definitely issues here. Yes. Yes, I could definitely see that. Just because you sent your daughter to go live with your grandmother, you moved her to a small town, she doesn't have any friends there yet. Like, that's got to be depressing. A 16-year-old girl, I remember I had certain cliques of friends, and mostly we were the group of losers. We weren't popular in school. I was never popular in school. Never. But this just makes me sad. These are all kids. Harmony was my last one of kid wise. Oh, besides that one video we did, but I didn't write it down. So mom said she has never had no problems with her daughter sneaking out, running away, fighting. But then she puts in here, she has been an interest in older men of different varieties. What does that mean? I don't know. This whole thing is just fishy to me. So, I hope we can find her because March 7th, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. She's been missing for 8 days. And we're just now hearing about this. 8 days missing. I don't like it either for Spitfire. 8 days missing. Mom sends her back to a town that she doesn't even know to live with her grandmother, When at the time, if she's searching for companionship, you're not obviously giving it to her. If she has to go find it in men, the math ain't mathing for me. But how long have I had you here? For an hour and 11 minutes. Make a wish. So hopefully the little girl is not in danger. Let's pray and hope that she is found. I do want to show her picture one more time. Let me go back to it.
Bigger and more.
This is her.
Mastermindish.
Oh, let me go back.
I mean, you're making it seem like I'm some kind of like crazy CIA spy or something. No, ma'am. We're low budget over here. Okay.
Her picture.
Quit giving me so much credit for doing literally. Okay.
So 16 again out of South Salem, Ohio. Let's find her. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I'm going to go try to eat something because I feel like shit. Thanks for all being here with me. I don't know why I get in this. 1 minute I'm sweating, I'm cool, 1 minute I'm hot and lightheaded. So I think it's because I need to eat something. So I'm going to go get some lunch and I hope you guys all have a great night. Last night we had breakfast for dinner. Tonight we're going to have, I got these little kind of thin T-bone steaks from our meat store, from the meat guy. So we're going to have T-bones and maybe mashed potatoes and corn. So, love you all. Thank you, Spitfire, for being here. I'm sending it to my family and I'll have them put it on their Hatfield page. Yes! Thank you, Spitfire. Please do that. Thank you for being such a good friend to me. I really do. You mean a lot to me. And I appreciate you and spread the awareness. I'm gonna message my cousin Jessica too and see if she knows this little girl or maybe the Hatfields can spread it out. So I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.